Hello, this is Dr. Ryan Rominger. Welcome to the Transpersonal Approaches to Creative Expression. This is our video for week 2. And this week we are focusing our topic on getting to know your materials and starting to dive deeper into your expressive arts practice. This readings for this week in the Creative Connection is going to be chapter 3. And in Trust the Process, it's going to be page 33 rather, to 59. My goal for you all this week is to begin experimenting with the different media that you have available. Try and make sure to pick up a couple different types. And in Natalie Rogers' The Creative Connection in particular, chapter 3, beginning explorations, she talks about a variety of different ways to use different media and engage in your expressive arts practice as you start playing with it yourself and seeing what your boundaries are, what your comfort levels are with different things. In this chapter, she talks about everything from the warm-up exercise, she calls it the Big Doodle, that we did at our seminar. Please try and do that before you begin your expressive arts practice each week. That helps you warm up and get the juices flowing, as it were. But I'm not one for necessarily doing a prescriptive, saying that you have to do that every time. If you find something that works better for you, by all means, please do that and follow your intuition there and what feels right as you engage your process. You might find that there's some other way of quote-unquote warming up when you start your expressive arts practice, maybe listening to music and dancing by yourself or with another. Or doing something else, doing some clay work, or I don't know. But anyway, in chapter 3, Natalie Rogers starts to discuss the different ways of working. She also talks about starting a expressive arts journal, which I would recommend to everyone in this class, so that you can keep a journal of not only what you're doing, but also a journal of your process as you unfold and grow in your expressive arts practice. Thoughts that you have that come up or images that come to mind. She talks a little bit about collage, which we're going to get into a little bit later in the course next week. In fact, I'm going to be asking you to do some collage work. So anyway, go ahead and read that chapter and get an idea of what you might want to work with. If you don't really have an idea, or you're not really drawn to one particular media, then I would suggest that you do look at paints or collage just to try that out, along with maybe a little bit of movement. So again, this week is really about getting more comfortable sinking into a variety of media and monitoring yourself as you engage in this process. Self-monitoring and self-awareness is, again, a key to being aware of your own boundaries, your own spots that you bump up against, where the inner critic might come into play, and how your inner critic might be directing you away from sensitive issues, and where that actually is an indicator of places that you might want to delve into a little bit deeper and in order to learn more about yourself. Let's see, the other aspect that I wanted to talk about in this short video here is the discussion. The main discussion topic for this week is what fears start to arise for you as you continue to deepen your practice this week. If you had to name this part of yourself, what name would you use? And based on your readings, what might Sean McNiff or Natalie Rogers offer in response to this fear? So speaking of Sean McNiff, there are 2 quotes in particular that I want to mention, and these are coming from the readings again from this week. The readings being the section on emanation and how our expressive arts practice evolves and emanates from our daily activities, and mistakes and distortions is the next section. I'm also asking you to read the first part of the second main section of the book, called In the Beginning is the Attitude and the Many Ways of Creating. So anyway, the quotes that I want to leave you with are from, the first one is from page 33 of Trust the Process by McNiff. Creation is a process of emanation. Nothing will happen unless we start working and allow the practice of our particular disciplines to mix with the streams of ideas and experiences that are constantly moving through daily life. These currents are never blocked. Therefore, the practice of creation involves the ability to tap into them. The second quote is, for me, really talks to the aspect of expressive arts, which is for me, very similar to my spiritual practice. And whether it's ways of meditating or prayer or whatever it is that you happen to do, I invite you to contemplate how, as you engage this expressive art practice, it might be similar to a spiritual practice and how they might complement each other or tap into each other. So again, on page 51 of Trust the Process. Just as the religious person makes time for prayer during the day, the creative person makes time for expression. My lifelong experience with art, says Sean McNiff, can be likened to meditation and spiritual exercise. So we'll see if that is the case for you as well. It might be, it might not be, and you might have to go through the course and a number of weeks of engaging in this practice in order to really find out how it, or if it is like a spiritual practice for you or not. With that, I look forward to seeing you online and finding out how your expressive arts practice is integrating with your streams of life, your activities, your thoughts, your desires, your dreams, all these different things that are going on for you that you can bring into your expressive arts practice. With that, many blessings, take care, and good luck with your expressive arts.